Yesterday was National Minority Donor Awareness Day, and we've got Dr. David Merritt, Chief Medical Officer at the Red Cross, to share why awareness is vitally important and what we may not know about organ and blood donation. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me for National Minority Donor Awareness Day.
I think what is important maybe to start out with is if you could explain, because I did not know this, and so there may be people at home that don't know this, what is National Minority Donor Awareness Day?
It's a day where we're trying to build awareness about the importance of having for me, I'm a transfusion medicine expert, a diverse donor base, diverse ethnically, but also for a diversity for other tissue transplants. It's because we get into some complicated matching when it comes to the organ transplants and as sometimes for certain transfusion diseases, and you're more likely to find those perfect matches in somebody of similar ethnicity to you. We're trying to increase that awareness so that people come out and donate blood, sign up to be organ donors or bone marrow transplant donors, so that we have that diverse pool to be able to save these people's lives.
So do you find that there are disparities between blood donations that you're getting from minorities and then from others as well? Is that something that you really need to try to increase the awareness of to make sure that you're getting the valuable blood that you need?
Exactly correct. We try to get the word out there, especially in the transfusion field. One of the areas or the diseases that I help to treat is sickle cell disease, which is a genetic condition that primarily affects people of African American and Hispanic descent. And for special conditions like that, people may know their blood group, whether they're A positive or B negative, but for diseases like sickle cell disease, where a person needs a regular transfusion potentially for the rest of their life, that's a little different than just coming in and getting a few units for a surgery. You need a better match than just A pos or O neg. And there are other substances on red cells we need to match for, and you're more likely to find those in somebody else who's also of African descent. Doesn't mean we can't find it in somebody else, but often these people are critically ill. They need a transfusion ASAP to survive, and we need to screen for these other substances. We're just able to find them faster if we are starting with an African American donor.
So obviously speed is incredibly important, but I'd like to talk a little bit about success here, because I want to make sure that I'm understanding what you're saying is when you have people of the same blood type but also the same ethnicity, the success rate is higher. Is that correct?
I'm saying, yeah, we can find the match that they need faster to treat their illness. And again, this doesn't apply to just your average transfusion. It's for special conditions like sickle cell disease, where somebody is repeatedly transfused, that we match for these other substances. And because they're repeatedly transfused, we need to match for these so that they don't reject the transfusions later on. They can actually have a rejection episode, which we call a hemolytic reaction, from these repeated transfusions if they are mismatched. Again, this only applies for a disease where these people are getting repeatedly transfused. All that matters is A pos or O neg if you're coming in for surgery and just getting a few units.
And there's a lot to it besides obviously you just want to make sure that we have, the right blood for the right situation. We also just want to make sure that we're prepared, because nowadays, comorbidities are setting in, or we've got people that are having accidents. And when it's your own life, it is everything in the world to make sure that you're getting exactly what you need. So for the people at home that are like, oh, I've never donated blood, I'm not really sure, can you take us through that process and again emphasize how important it is that people take action and get out there and donate?
Absolutely, especially in the summertime. Blood donations drop off in the summertime because people are out having fun. Especially now in our post-pandemic world, people are trying to get out more since we've been cooped up. But that means people have, unfortunately, have a chance of getting into car accidents, that kind of thing. And we need the blood on the shelf. We need the um, A positives and O positives on the shelf for that potential car accident that could happen at a or trauma victim that could happen in the summertime, and we need that blood on the shelf. And then donations drop off in the summertime, so people could take the time. It only takes about an hour of your time, from beginning to end on average, for you to be able to donate a unit of blood. You go through a preliminary health screening, which is one of the benefits of donating, and after that hour is completed, you've been able to potentially save somebody's life.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us, Dr. Mayer. It is again, incredibly important. So if you can, get out there and donate blood. You can save somebody's life today. It might be somebody that you know and care about. But for now, stay with us, because coming up next, we're going to learn about art classes for the whole family.